Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Link, Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. Tonight's paranormal podcast episode is about a crazy signal that plays every 22 minutes. And that signal is called the GPM J1839-10. Apart from other celestial signals, is its unwavering regularity. Unlike the sporadic bursts of radio waves often associated with the pulsars or other celestial phenomena, this signal exhibits a remarkably consistent pattern. It pulses every 22 minutes, like a cosmic clock ticking away in the depths of space. This consistent rhythm has led researchers to speculate about its origin. Some theories point towards a highly magnetized neutron star, also known as a magnetar, as a potential source. Magnetars are known for their intense magnetic fields, which can generate powerful radio waves. However, the regularity of GPM J1839-10 signal remains a challenge for this hypothesis, as magnetars typically emit more erratic bursts. The persistent nature of GPM J1839-10 has sparked intense interest among astronomers. They are using a variety of techniques to try and understand its origin. These include analyzing the signal's frequency, polarization, and intensity over time. They are also searching for any associated optical or X-ray signals that could provide clues about the source. One of the key challenges in deciphering the signal is its location. GPM J1839-10 appears to be coming from a region of the sky that is relatively devoid of known celestial objects. This makes it difficult to pinpoint the source and determine its nature. The mystery of GPM J1839-10 is far from solved. Astronomers continue to study this unusual signal, hoping to unravel its secrets. The discovery of this signal highlights the vastness and complexity of the universe, reminding us that there is still much to learn about the cosmos and the wonders it holds. The ongoing research into JPM J1839-10, yes, I'm going to say that a lot throughout this episode. It's going to be kind of crazy, and you're going to hate it probably after the whole episode. But it is a testament to the scientific curiosity that drives our understanding of the universe. It is a reminder that even in the face of the unknown, human iniquity and perseverance can unlock the secrets of the cosmos. So, this signal was detected back in 1988. They believe that's when it started. It also says that the signal is 15,000 light years away. And like you just heard, there has been lots of theories about the GPM J1839-10 signal. Now, I looked into this, and I heard about it before, and I kind of, I was like, to be honest with you guys, space terrifies me. I can look at a picture of a planet or a star or just space itself, and I'm ready to just jump under a blanket and hide and cry. But I do paranormal investigations and have no problems with that. But space, I think it's just the unknowingness of the vastness of space. Like, there's so much. We were just like a minute piece in space. You think about that for a second. We are that tiny and minuscule. It's just so much around, so many galaxies. It's just are around us, and we don't even know what everything is out there. The hell, we can't even make it to another planet. We made it to the moon, which is, pretty much a star. Or a satellite, I'm sorry. They consider it a satellite of Earth. And we've got the Mars rovers, but we as humanity have never made it to another planet. And a lot of big things goes into that. There's so many theories about planets. So many theories about space. I've heard it all. You know, I've heard that each planet was a test when God was creating humanity, and each planet was destroyed because things happened and God destroyed it. Because God did destroy the earth at one time. You know, he promised he'd never do it again. He would never destroy another earth, another planet. And so there's so much just mystery behind everything that trying to grasp a hold of something like this has just been crazy. Now, in the research, the NRL's V-Light has confirmed in 2023 that the GPM J1839-10 has been pulsing regularly every 22 minutes since 1988. Now, we know this because it's just what it says. And it's what scientists have found out. But after scoring its historical V-Light data, the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory has confirmed that a magnetar discovered in 2022 is real and has been pulsing regularly every 22 minutes since 1988. So now they've pinpointed it to a magnetar, which has also been said before. So the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory's NRL, Very Large Array, Low Band Ionosphere and Transient Experiment Telescope has confirmed the existence of a new but strange pulsing stellar object. The GPM J1839-10 behaves like a pulsar, sending out regular bursts of radio energy. The physics behind pulsars suggests that they would cease emitting if they decelerated too much. Nearly every identified pulsar exhibits a blinking pattern at least once every minute. The new slow pulsar takes 22 minutes between pulses. For GPM J1839, challenging our knowledge about the physics or objects capable of powering it, termed an ultra-long period magnetar, a rare type of star with extremely strong magnetic fields that can produce powerful bursts of energy. The new findings have been published in Nature. Magnetars are a type of neutron star, incredibly dense stars left over after the supernova explosion with super powerful magnetic fields. This particular magnetar sends out a pulse of radio waves every 22 minutes, like clockwork. And what's even more odd is that according to what we currently know about these types of stars, it shouldn't be able to send out radio waves at all. NRL's V-Light was developed in collaboration with the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in 2014. V-Light operates on the VLA as a standalone instrument for ionospheric and astrophysical studies. V-Light's 18 antennas collect over 6,000 hours of data per year. It's all archived in the NRL. Initially, it was implemented to constantly monitor the Earth's ionosphere to study disturbances that can affect it, such as geometric storms, seismic events, and gravity waves. This constant surveillance can detect transient blimps and bursts of radio waves from elusive cosmic sources without continuous observation. Understanding these phenomena may lead astronomers to a better understanding of the universe. In 2022, a group of astronomers worldwide found a strange object in space using a different telescope system. They named this object, here it goes, GPM J1839-10. After hearing about this, the team at the Naval Research Laboratory went back and checked their data and found that they had also picked up signals from this object for many years without realizing what they were seeing. The extraordinary thing about the object GPM J1839-10 is that it behaves unlike anything we've ever seen before. This enigmatic object has been hiding in the data for decades. We just did not know we had to look for it until its discovery by the MWA, said Dr. Simona Giosantucci. Again, guys, you know how I am with huge words, and I'm sorry if I'm destroying people's names. NRL research astronomer GPM J1839-10 emits a 5-minute pulse of radio wavelength emissions every 22 minutes. And it's been doing this for at least 33 years. Findings like these are exciting because they highlight the gaps in our understanding of the physics of these extreme stars known as magnetars, said Dr. Tracy Clark, NRL research astronomer and V-Light project scientist. Current understanding says this object should not emit radio waves at all, yet we are detecting them across several decades and are unsure why. That is an exciting mystery, she added. Astronomers believe that GPM J1839-10 is a rare neutron star with extremely powerful magnetic fields. Astronomy is one of those bizarre professions where we cannot go to our objects to study them, Clark said. We are interested in how many of these are and where they are. This is directing future research, she said. You can view the study for yourself in the Journal of Nature. Several long-period radio transients have recently been discovered with strongly polarized coherent radio pulses appearing on timescales between tens to thousands of seconds. In some cases, the radio pulses have been interpreted as coming from rotating neutron stars with extremely strong magnetic fields, known as magnetars. The origin of other occasionally periodic, less well-sampled radio transients is still debated. Coherent periodic radio emission is usually explained by rotating dipolar magnetic fields and pair production mechanisms. But such models do not easily predict radio emission from such slowly rotating neutron stars and maintain it for extended times. On the other hand, highly magnetic isolated white dwarfs would be expected to have long spin periodicities. But periodic coherent radio emissions has not yet been directly detected from these sources. Here we report observations of a long period 21 to 22 minute radio transient, which have labeled GPM J1839-10. The pulses vary in brightness by 2 orders of magnitude, last between 30 and 300s, and have quintillion-periodic substructure. The observations prompted a search of radio archives, and we found the source has been repeating since at least 1988. The archival data enabled constraint of the period derivative, which is at the very limit of any classical theoretical model that predicts dipolar radio emission from an isolated neutron star. Okay, so now that we are done with the huge science words, because I'm not good at science. I like science. I'm not very smart with science. I think science is fascinating. But like I said before, space terrifies me. And this just adds to it. How if you listen to, what I just said, different scientists have said it's coming from a magnetar, but then they can't understand how it's coming from a magnetar. The pulses usually last, a minute or so on, but this one lasts 22 minutes. It takes longer, but it's every 22 minutes this happens. So, a lot of people thinks it could be alien. It could be otherworldly. Just trying to make contact with somebody or something in the cosmos. This thing is 15,000 light years away. That's really far away. And it hits us every 22 minutes. So, every 22 minutes, this same signal hits. So, it could be anything. I'll never know. I don't think in my lifetime or in my children's lifetime we'll ever know for sure what it is. Because like I said, space is vast. It's huge. There's so much. So, I hope you enjoyed tonight's scientific paranormal podcast and the look into GPM J1839-10. And leave in the comments how many times I said GPM J1839-10 in the comments. I said it a lot. I know it had to get annoying for everybody. But this story just, like I said, I heard about it before and I looked into it, but I really wasn't into it. Then my wife came to me and said, man, you should look this up. This is crazy. I read some stuff on it. You should do a podcast episode on it. So I did. And I'm glad I did. I looked it up. It's just the craziest thing I've ever read. And it also makes space a little more terrifying for me, not knowing where this signal is coming from every 22 minutes from 15,000 light years away. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for coming and listening to it. You can go to paranormallinkohio.com. We'll take you to the business page. There you can look at all the old ghost hunts, live investigations, lives that I've done. You can look at our crystals, our sage, everything we have for sale there. Paranormal Inc. Ohio is on everything. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, we're there. I hope you guys like this. And if you love the paranormal, go there. I have so much there for you. And I'm also spreading into true crime. And I have some true crime things on there as well, if you like that. Some of the true crime mysteries are on there are paranormal based. There's spirit involvement into the cases. You guys should check it out. Thank you guys oh so very much. I love each and every one of you. Bye, everyone.